Hello and good morning. Today is January 23rd, 2026, and you're listening to That's Old News, the daily download making old headlines hot again. I'm your host, Ainsley Harvey, and as always, we're looking at what went down on this day in history, which means we're rewinding it all the way back to China in 1368, where Zhu Huangzhang, aged 40, ascends to the throne of China as the Hongwu Emperor, launching the famed Ming Dynasty. He rose from an impoverished peasant background, going on to lead a successful rebellion that overthrew the Mongols, implementing reforms that established the Ming Dynasty, which ruled over China for 3 centuries. Happy birthday to John Hancock, who was born on this day in 1737. He, of course, is the JOHN half the page that Jake Shane talks about in his iconic recreation, alongside being an American merchant and statesman who took up so much stamp room on the Declaration of Independence because he was the first to sign it. Kind of like when you start writing on a card and realize you're going to have to slowly switch to size 4 font to get the full message in. So, HB John, love you. Meanwhile, on this day in 1849, the incredible Elizabeth Blackwell became the first woman in the US to earn a medical degree, graduating from New York's Geneva Medical School. She gained admission to the college after the all-male student body voted to accept her, viewing it as a joke. She proved them all wrong, graduating top of her class. Speaking of incredible women in STEM, today in 1918 saw Gertrude B. Elion enter this world. The American biochemist and drug researcher developed groundbreaking leukemia and herpes drug treatments, earning her the Nobel Prize in Medicine in 1988. Jumping forward to this day in 1951, and we have another birthday, this time for Chelsea Sullenberg, American pilot who successfully executed the emergency landing of US Airways Flight 1549 on the Hudson River. After sustaining damage from a flock of Canada geese that flew into the plane's engines, the crew managed to make a successful water landing, offboarding all passengers, with not a single casualty from the 155-person flight. So happy birthday to you, Captain Sullenberg. Meanwhile, on this day in 1973, US President Richard Nixon announces an accord has been reached to end the Vietnam War. Known as the Paris Peace Accords, they detailed the plans for peace with honor as American troops began their withdrawal and POWs are released. Jumping forward to 1989, and our condolences go out to Salvador Dali, the renowned Spanish surrealist artist who died on this day. Known for his striking, bizarre, and highly imaginative paintings, Dali's expansive body of work included film, sculpture, and fashion, making him one of the most famous and controversial artists of the 20th century. And finally, we're coming up to January 23rd, 2020, a day we will all remember, with China locking down the city of Wuhan and its 9 million people. The first known cluster of COVID-19 broke out in the city the month prior, with the majority of cases linked to the Huanan seafood market. As the virus multiplied rapidly, with the government making the belated but ultimately successful effort to control the city's COVID-19 outbreak, on this day 6 years ago. And that's old news from this day in history. I'm Ainsley Harvey, and we'll see you right back here tomorrow.